Let's remember for a second why Marjorie Taylor Greene was removed from her committees when the Democrats had the majority in the House and Nancy Pelosi was in charge. It's not because we don't like her, although we don't. It's not because she is a rabble rouser or likes to spread conspiracy theories. It's because she's dangerous. It's because she spews racist, anti Semitic rhetoric and calls for violence against her Republican opponents. That's why. Kevin McCarthy, in all of his infinite wisdom, decided not only that she should be on committees, but that she should be on two important committees. One of which is Homeland Security, which is kind of weird considering she is somebody from whom we need to protect America. She's an insurrectionist after all. And the other one is Oversight, which is just probably the worst collection of politicians in the history of committees. We've got Paul Gosar, we've got Marjorie Taylor Greene, we've got, what's her name, Lauren Boebert. So it's going to be quite fascinating, shall we say, to see what these anti-American crazy people do with all of the power a very small segment of the American people decided they should have. Hold on to your hats. Kyrsten Sinema went to Davos to hang out with people like Paul Ryan and a bunch of other obscenely wealthy people who, as it turns out, are her real constituents. She and Joe Manchin high-fived each other on stage over their courageous unwillingness to do anything about reforming or getting rid of the filibuster, which means essentially that the Republicans have much more power in the Senate than they should. I'm curious why Sinema seems to think that her proper place is in Davos and not in her home state of Arizona, which, as far as I know, she has not held a town hall meeting for the people who actually voted for her in years. So hopefully this is yet another reason for Arizona Democrats to do better next time. Henry Kissinger, one of the greatest ghouls of the 20th century, was also there because for some reason he still exists. I've been trying to figure out why he was there, and then I realized he does serve a purpose after all, and it's simply this: to make the other awful people who were at Davos feel better about themselves. Solomon Pena, a New Mexico Republican who failed in his bid to get a seat in the state house, was taken in by a SWAT team after he had hired hitmen to fire at the homes of Democrats. Now, when I say that Pena lost in a landslide, I mean a landslide. He got something like 26% of the vote, and yet still doesn't understand why he didn't win. I think if this had happened before the vote for Speaker of the House, McCarthy might have had his work cut out for him. I'm pretty sure we would be referring to Speaker of the House, Solomon Pena. I want to take a quick break from my training session with the United States Olympic volleyball team to give you an update on alpha male Nick Adams. Remember him? He is a warrior in the service of making sure that alpha males everywhere have the freedom to put male M&Ms in their mouths. I know it's easy to assume that Adams is a cartoon character, kind of like those male M&Ms that he's so in favor of. I mean, how can you say you're the favorite writer of somebody who doesn't read? But here's the thing. It turns out that Nick Adams actually does exist. He's an Australian who now lives in the United States. So in addition to being an alpha male, he is now officially a Florida man. We know how that works out. And I just want to give a shout out to Australia and say, hey guys, can you please stop importing these right-wing white guys? I think we've suffered enough.